All right, if you just want to start with your name and what's going on right now.
Sure. My name is Betty, and I'm here for the convention, the rally, the Trump rally in Grand Rapids, right? Yeah, that's where I'm at.
So, this is Trump's first rally post the assassination attempt. A lot has happened in the last week. Biden got COVID, the RNC happened. How do you feel about the state of the general election right now? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm nervous. I'm really scared because the Democrats, they're running Joe. I want to know what they're going to do. Who are they going to run? They got to put up someone that can complete a sentence and that can actually do this. Yeah. It's an immense job. It's, responsibility. And I want to know what they're going to do. I want to see them put someone up with some ideas. Yeah. I don't love Trump for Trump. He says things that are crass and he's bombastic. Right. I appreciate him for being who he is, but I like his policies. I never liked Trump. Before 2016, I thought, no way. I never liked The Apprentice, and I thought, who is this guy? He doesn't know nothing about me. He's rich. He's got a gold toilet. Right. He knows nothing about how I live. Right. And then when he started saying stuff, I was like, he's talking about what I'm seeing, and he's kept on, no matter how much they've come after him, he stood resilient and stuck with what he believes. He will negotiate and he will make a deal, but we need that so we can all come together. I want to hear real ideas from the Democrats. I don't hear ideas from them. I hear Trump is bad. Well, when they say Trump is bad, they're saying I'm bad. I'm bad because I'm trying to provide for my family. Right. I'm self-employed, and I do not have a glamorous job. I scrub toilets, okay? I go in, I clean up after people. Right. Okay, I'm not rich. I'm just working. I pay my taxes. Every year I got to sit down with my tax guy, and he tells me how much money I owe. Yeah. And it's like at this point, I can't afford health insurance, but we can send all this money. We can send all this money all around the world, and I don't see any changes being made. Right. I don't see any wins. Right. So you were saying that you didn't like Trump prior to 2016. What swung you on him? His policies.
Right, okay.
And I know he says stuff, and I'm a pretty blunt person. I have a hard time sugarcoating things or finding the right words to make it come out sounding sweeter. Right? I don't have that skill. I'm just kind of blunt. So when he would say stuff, I would understand. Okay, he's being blunt, he's being to the point. You can't really confuse it. But then when you take the little clips, you take clips of what he said, and boy, they confuse it. And they make it sound terrible. I couldn't believe some of the stuff he was saying, and then I went to my first Trump rally. And then I came home and I watched the news cover it, and I'm like, wait a minute, they cut off the whole, 3 minutes before and the 10 minutes after. And I don't care. He loves this country. We all have different ideas on what is best for the country. But you know what? He has put aside his life of luxury and ease to come stand and take assault and battery and be dragged through the mud for this country that he loves. And I don't know how you can say, I would like to know, they say he's Nazi, they say he's Hitler. I want to see all the people he killed. I want to see the people he killed. Joe Biden, in that pullout from Afghanistan, killed 13 of our soldiers. He doesn't even know their name. When he gave his little debate, he said nobody died under his watch.
Right. The debate that just happened.
Yeah, the debate that just happened. He said nobody died under his watch. So who were they?
Yeah, and how do you feel about, because I really see the Republicans are rallying around Trump, given the attempt on his life, the RNC just happened. On the Biden side, it really seems like they're faltering. What is your take? Do you think he'll drop out? Does it matter?
I'm going to be honest with you, and people think I'm crazy. I pray that he drops out. I pray that he does, because you know what? The system in this country is so evil and so corrupt and so greedy that I can see them putting a attempt out on Joe and then turning around and saying that the MAGA movement did it. Even though he'd be a slam dunk, if Trump runs against him, it's in the bag. I mean, you can't have a guy get shot, stand up, say fight, 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 and the other guy can't make it upstairs. Okay, the other guy's taken out by a cough. Okay, like, so we know that, but I really want him to step down because I am afraid for his life, not from our side, but from the Democrat side, because they want power and they want to win. And if he does not just do what they tell him to do, he needs to just step down.
Yeah.
He does. And it, you know, Joe's never been a guy that's been great for the country. But he's a person. You know, he's a person, he's old, and his family needs to be rallying around him and protecting him. And they're not. They're marching him out like a trained puppet. And like after the debate, I was shocked. I'm sitting there and I'm watching Joe. You know, and I see sometimes they get him kind of zooted up, you know? Like when he comes out there, he kind of gets, you know, he's got a lot of energy. You watch him any other time, he wants to talk about ice cream. You know, like he doesn't really have much to say, and he can't really say things straight. And so I was expecting him to come out on the stage, on the debate stage, and be zooted up and ready to go. And then I seen what was there. And then after, I'm watching the media, and they're like, oh, what's happened to Joe? And I'm like, what do you mean? This was the guy who campaigned from his basement. This was the same guy who walked up to the media and said, my butt's been wiped. Like, I mean, this is the same guy, and they're acting like it's someone new. It's the media is to blame for all this. This is why I want to take my time to talk to you. I want everyone to just be honest. You know, don't lie to people. The problem is people are lazy. I don't understand. I'm older. I remember before the internet. And I remember, like, when you wanted information, you had to go to the library. Like, you really had to go figure it out. Now everyone has all this information at their fingertips, but instead they just want people to tell them. Just tell me what to think and I'll do it. And we're better than that.
So kind of winding up here, like, given like the temperature in the country right now and how everything is so polarized, like, do you see any kind of possibility for a broader, like, unifying coalition? Like, I saw Trump's RNC speech, and I really kind of noticed a change in tone. He seemed more focused on unity. He's very, like, hostile at times. Like, what do you think?
Well, I think he's a showman, and he's bombastic because it gets everyone laughing and it gets everyone revved up. You know, I really think the person we've seen at the convention, I'm a Christian, I believe he has seen that the Lord has this. And he doesn't have to come out and be so bombastic and, you know, and do all this. I really think that the person we've seen at the convention was the Trump that his family sees. You know.
So as far as, like, is it possible to unify with the left? Is there any common ground, do you think?
If they're willing to put aside what they believe and actually look at things, look at what the policies are, look at what the policies we've been doing have gotten us, look at their own life, instead of just saying, oh, I hate Trump. If they actually turn to the policies instead of the personality, I think we could. I pray that we can. Because we need this. We need to come together. There's no room for hate. I mean, you know, and a lot of people are younger. You know, people are younger and they're out there and now they can, you know what I mean? When I was young, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your kids at the school that you hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Now everyone has a platform. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so they can come up with these crazy ideas and people are like, yeah, that's great. And it's like, you're crazy. That's like where the conservatives were. Like, this is crazy. No one's going to believe this is nuts. And then it just gets magnified. And then people are like, oh, yeah, yeah, they told me.
Any closing thoughts for the people at home?
Well, I love everyone, and I really want our country to come together. And I really want to be prosperous again. And I want us to be neighbors and friends again. And just get this country together, and let's move forward together.
Awesome.
And we can make a difference. We can.
I agree.
All right,
Thank you.